Hello, we are starting off very much zoomed in, which obviously can only mean one thing. We have a full face, well, mostly a full face of new makeup to test out. These are some makeup products. These are some makeups that I got actually in PR before my Destin trip, and even during my Destin trip. So I want to let you guys know how these makeup products actually are and if they're actually worth your money. So with that said, guys, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's dive right on in. Alrighty, so first things first, I'm just going to put on this Glossier MangoBalm.com. This is a universal lip balm. I got this in my Sephora favorites kits, which by the way, they're still growing on TikTok. Somehow, I don't know how. People are still like, where is it? Why can't I find it? And I'm like, I don't know. I got it a month ago. I'm so sorry. It's kind of scary. This is what I mean by TikTok can be a little scary, but it is kind of exciting to see it still grow because I've gained some followers on there. I think once I hit 10,000 followers, I can join the creator fund program, which means I can start making some pennies on my views, which I'm actually really looking forward to. So, anywho, if you guys have not seen already, I have just filmed if you guys have not seen already, I just posted a PR haul. I posted all the makeup that I got before I went to Destin and makeup that I got during my Destin Creator and Friends trip. That video is already live right now. Fun fact, I haven't filmed it yet. I'm filming that actually after this, but I wanted to film with some new makeup before I film that. So Inception, is that the term that it'd be? Or I'm breaking the fourth wall. Anyway, I like to be real with you guys and show you guys literally what's up. And what's up is that I have not filmed that PR unboxing yet. That's going to come after this. Today, my ColourPop Tangled collection goes live. Then tomorrow, my Creator and Friends vlog goes live. Then on Thursday, I'm doing... Then on Thursday, it's my PR haul. And then today, when you guys are watching this now, it's me testing out testing out a full face of new makeup. So literally, I'm posting every single day this week. And I'm just letting you guys know what my filming schedule is. And I'm sure by now you guys have already seen that. So, anywho, we're going to go ahead and dive right on in. I'm also going to talk to you guys about my Creator and Friends trip, what it was really like, and my thoughts. But we're going to start off with the eyes. And to start off, we have the brand new, this is going to be the Question Beauty. This is going to be the Legend of the Land and Sea. Now, I originally saw this palette on an Instagram ad. I told you guys that I bought it. It finally arrived. I actually had quite a few guys reaching out to me saying, where's your review? Where's the palette? I thought you bought it. Y'all. This came from New Zealand. So this took a while to get here. I think it took 10 days to ship even after buying it. And then even then I had to wait for it to come from New Zealand. So it did take a minute to get over here, which was completely expected. But yeah, it's here. I definitely wanted to review this for you guys. And first off, I want to say I love the outside packaging. I think it's so cool. And when you actually take off the front, it's a magnetic front. So literally the top just comes off, just pops right off, and then we're going to have the palette right here. So let me tell you guys about the brand new Chapter 1 Legend of the Land and Sea palette. The story begins here. Legend of the Land and Sea is the first chapter in a collectible series of a limited edition palette for those who see makeup as more than just color, but an adventure. Inside, you'll find 10 ultra pigmented shades, including 5 memorizing metallics and multi-chrome pressed pigments that shift and shimmer like sunlight on the ocean. The payoff, rich blendable color that transforms with every angle. Here's going to be the 10 pan palette right here. And I have to say, when I first saw this, I was like, oh man, it doesn't have the same imagery as the photo. But then after swatching it, oh, for sure, you guys can absolutely see this shift in these shades right here. Now, I am not affiliated with this brand whatsoever, so I do not have an affiliation code or a discount code. I will say the palette does retail for $69 US, and I'm so excited to play this. We're gonna dive into this first. I'm gonna do 2 looks. I'm gonna do a land look, and I'm gonna do a sea look. I obviously have to kind of match the aesthetics of this. I'm really excited. Like I said, I first saw this being advertised all over Instagram, and I was like, okay, I have to have it. You guys are selling me on it. So anywho, let me tell you guys about my Creator and Friends trip. So if you guys have not seen, I did post my Creator and Friends vlog going to Destin. This is my second time being invited to a Creator and Friends trip. And let me tell you guys, I was so nervous going. Absolutely so nervous going. Because in my mind, I was like, no one there is going to really like me. It's just a thing. You know what I mean? I was very open and honest with you guys about how I felt I struggled to have friends. I'm going to go into the shade right here. I think the shades are on the back. I think this is called Dragon Cave. We're going to go into this. I'm going to go into my Artitude Cosmetics 10 brush right here. So I told you guys, like, I struggle to make friends, and I really struggle to maintain friends, because I feel like at the end of the day, I'm a very hard person to love, because I'm a very opinionated person. I wear my heart on my sleeves. I'm not afraid to have confrontation. Like, if you hurt my feelings, I'm not afraid to tell you, hey, that hurt my feelings. And the only reason I tell you is because I don't want to have any issues, and I'd rather just resolve it and get it out of the way than just sit on it and stew and let it fester and turn into a bigger problem than what it originally could have been. So I'm very much, like, not afraid to tell you exactly how I feel. And I could be a lot. I could be a lot. You know what I mean? And I know that about myself. I know that I don't sugarcoat things. I may ask questions that people may find odd. I'm a very open book. So it was very hard for me to go on this trip, because my anxiety was just literally raging. But when I got there, I will say everybody there was so incredibly nice. And it did help that, like, the majority of the people that went are people that I got to meet on a previous trip, which I was really grateful for. But then I got to meet some really fresh faces as well. And everybody was so nice. Everybody was so welcoming. And I just forget, like, how it can be. Like, everybody accepted you for who you were, and it just was really, really refreshing. Of course, I still was definitely reserved. I still definitely kind of, like, held back, because I was just like, oh God, like, you know, how are people going to receive me? Am I going to be too loud, too annoying, too opinionated, too this? So I definitely kind of held back for a bit, because I was really kind of hesitant to open up. But eventually I started to calm down while I was there, and I started to just kind of open up and make some connections with people that I haven't met before, which I thought was actually really nice. It was a really, really beautiful place. We stayed in, like, this 3-story house. So I roomed with Betty Jean, and we were on the 3rd floor. But the people on the 3rd floor were, like, Linda from Glitter Fallout, Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun. We had Ted from Buffalo Billy Boy and Buffalo Beauty Boy. And then we had Simbri, who is Simbri Thinks over on Instagram, who is one of the founders of Creator and Friends. That was our floor. And then on the 2nd floor, there was Rachel and Amanda from Unearthly. We had Amira and Erica. We had Angie, Heather Austin, and Karen Harris. And then also we had Amanda. We had Heather E from Ashes on My Lashes on the 3rd floor. I'm in the 2nd floor. And then on the 1st floor, it was Paige. Paige, one of my most amazing friends. Paige Corn was on the 1st floor with Brittany Lynn and Ashley, along with Jamila and Cara from Beauty and the Frizz, and Samantha March and Makeup Molly. It was really incredible. I actually kind of preferred it being a smaller group personally, because I think when we went to New Orleans, it was like 40 plus people on that trip. This one was, like, I think, like 22, 23 altogether. So it's definitely a lot smaller group, which felt better for me because, and K Belly Beauty was there also, which felt better for me because it allowed me to have more one-on-one time. I'm going to go into this shade right here. This is going to be called Lost Relic. It allowed me to have more one-on-one time with different creators. And it didn't feel like so overwhelming with, like, it didn't feel as overwhelming with less people there, which I really appreciated the fact that it was, like, more of a smaller group. I really kind of enjoyed the fact that it was a smaller group, because I got to just kind of spend more time with people, and everybody just kind of, like, formed together as one. I did have moments though where my anxiety kicked in, like when we were doing the bracelet making class with Amanda from Just for Fun. She has a brand called Makeup Just for Style. She was teaching us how to make bracelets, and when we were doing that class, out of nowhere, my anxiety kicked in. I mean, like, literally out of nowhere, my anxiety kicked in. And once my anxiety starts, there's literally nothing I can do to start it, like, to stop it. Like, I just have to go through the motions of it. And I know that Paige and Rachel, who were sitting right next to me, they can see that my anxiety was kicking in. My legs were, like, I couldn't stop shaking my legs, and I was just, like, so in on myself. And, you know, I remember I texted my husband saying, oh, fuck, my anxiety's kicking in. He said, did something cause it? And I said, no. Like, literally nothing caused it. It just kind of kicked up. And he said, okay, well, do you feel okay? And I said, yeah. But, like, my husband knows, like, once it starts, like, I have to just go through the motions of it. Like, there's really nothing I can do. Even though I know I'm okay, my body starts to go into, like, a fight or flight mode. And I just wanted to get out of there and just kind of go self-isolate for a minute. But I pushed through. I endured. It was definitely a struggle for me because I was literally internally, like, freaking out. And like there was literally nothing I can do. I just had to go through the motions of it. And unfortunately, that just is really, unfortunately, that's not the first time that's happened to me, where sometimes out of nowhere my anxiety can just kick in. And then it just makes it fun for me to deal with that, because like sometimes my anxiety kicks in, makes it fun for me to deal, because sometimes that's when my stomach wants to act up. And it was a fun joy making class, but my anxiety was on a whole new level. So I don't really know how much I even filmed of that, truthfully, because I haven't edited the vlog yet. You guys might have seen it by now, but I haven't edited it. But just know, during that joy making class, I was internally freaking out, having a major panic attack, and there was literally nothing I could do to stop it. Just had to go through the motions of it. So anywho, on the first day we went, we arrived, it was about like a 4.5 hour drive from Betty's house to Destin. We went to the beach, and let me tell you, that water was one of the best. Like, that water was absolutely gorgeous. It just reminded me of being like in the Caribbean, with how crystal clear blue that water was. It was so unbelievably beautiful. So beautiful. It felt amazing. So we explored the beach for a little bit, and then we went back to the house, and we went back to the house because there was a gifting suite. Now, last time I went, when we went to the house, there were packages sitting on our bed of all the makeup that we were getting in like PR. The brands are sponsoring it. This time they did not do that. This time they did a gifting suite, which I actually really appreciate a lot more, because it allowed you kind of pick the items that you wanted to have, instead of like, you know, getting all the items. You're like, oh, I may have already had this, I may have not. This actually allowed you to kind of customize it more. Now, there were brands in there that I just don't own. Like, I grabbed everything Cleona Cosmetics, because I don't own a lot of Cleona Cosmetics. And so I grabbed that. There was stuff from like Laura Mercier, Buxom, who else? Buxom, Sigma. I believe that was the first gifting suite, and it was really cool. It was like really cool to like be able to grab items. Now, I did grab some extra, because I was able to grab extra because I was going to do like a little giveaway. I thought it was really cool. I love the idea of the gifting suite. It made it so much easier, because you could really kind of pick and choose what you wanted, instead of having like all of it. You kind of got to customize it a little bit more, which I definitely did appreciate. And then after the gifting suite, we got ready for dinner. I'm going to go into the shade right here called Sandy Shores to have to blend that even more. After dinner, we all went out. After dinner, we all just kind of got into like relaxing clothes. And we did a sister swap. My person was Heather. Now, I didn't know I had Heather. I had an idea I had Heather, because we were given a list like a month or two before, being like, okay, this person likes green, this person likes this person like that. So like, you curate a gift based upon the person's likes, interests, and hobbies. You have no idea who it's for, and then you get up and then you say, I think this is for this person. And if you're right, you're right. But if you're wrong, you know, they tell you who you give it to. So my person was Heather. Leah had me. I had Heather, which I was so grateful for. And then after we did that, we just all kind of hung out, and then we went to bed. And then the next morning we got up, and we had coffee. We got to kind of walk around and explore Destin. Destin is absolutely beautiful, or Santa Rosa, which is right next to Destin. Really, really beautiful. We got to explore there, got some drinks, went to the beach. We went to the beach. Then that night we had a Jamaican food truck come by. And then we had Paint and Sips. Now, Paint and Sips was so much fun. I'm sure you guys have already seen all this. I'm just repeating myself. But Paint and Sips was so much fun. I'm trying to blend this out, by the way, as best I can. It's blending out nicely, but if it's a little messy, it's okay. So Paints and Sips was so much fun. But my thing is that I am not a painter. Like, I'm not a painter at all. So my shit was ugly. Like, it was ugly. But me and Rachel, we were laughing because we literally drew almost an identical painting, and hers was like as if like she's getting ready for the club, and then mine is like after. We both drew like almost identical paintings, and we're both like, wow, we suck at drawing. I'm not an artist. Like, my painting is so scary. So scary. I'm gonna go into this shade here called Jungle Mirage. Now, this is gonna be a duochrome. It doesn't show it on here, but it does shift between a blue, yellow, green. Ooh, do you guys see how gorgeous that is? Look at how beautiful that is. So pretty. Yeah, my painting was so ugly, but it was just a lot of fun. And then after that, we did a book exchange, and then we just kind of hung out for the evening. And then the next morning we got up, and I really wanted to watch the sunrise at the beach. Now, granted, where we were at the Panhandle, so the sun doesn't really rise or set in our area. It just kind of rises off on the side, but it's still really nice nonetheless. And then that's the day that we had the beach day, and that day is the day that I got sunburn on my chest, because I completely forgot to put sunscreen on my chest. I was so focused on putting sunblock on everybody else that I had completely forgot myself, and I was like, I cannot believe I did that. And then After we got back, we got ready for the Singe dinner because Angie revealed her newest palette, which I thought was really, really beautiful. And then we came back and we had game night, which was a lot of fun. And then the next morning we got up, we had a big major pool day. We had hibachi dinner. We had another game night, and that was just kind of how we wrapped it up. And then Betty and I got up super early Sunday morning to kind of drive back home. But overall, it was an absolutely fantastic trip. I really did have a lot of fun. Would I do it again? I absolutely would, but I'll never be able to shake the feeling people are not liking me. Like, it's just something that I feel like it's been ingrained with me in a long time. And I feel like it's more of like an issue that I have to work on than anything else. But I do feel like I was accepted there. I do. I do feel like I was accepted there. I do feel like I made some connections as well, which I'm very, very grateful for, because that's the whole point of the Creator and Friends trip, is to make connections and make some bonds. But will I encounter anxiety next time I go? For sure. This shade right here called Treasure Trove, and we're gonna put that right next to this shade. I'm gonna keep blending it out, but I just want to put this right here because I feel like that'd be so wow. These shades are laying down so nicely. Like, they're so beautiful. That right there. Okay, so that's looking so pretty, but like, I want to see if you can see the blue. Oh my gosh, look, you guys can see that blue. It's so pretty. I love this color. I feel like my camera can never do justice. I need a new camera, but that's like an investment I have to be willing to spend. But it is so beautiful. They're actually kind enough, by the way, to throw in a frosted lilac. I think this is a mascara. I did buy this palette, by the way. Like, they did not send this to me. I did buy this myself. But I think they were so kind enough to gift a little extra item. So they threw in a violet mascara. Oh, okay. Along with a brush as well to go with that. So I thought that's actually really sweet. So I feel like I am kind of like repeating myself, because I feel like at this point, I mean, granted, I haven't edited it yet, but I feel like you guys have already watched the vlog, so you kind of know how everything went. But just know, at the end of the day, I did end up having a lot of fun. It was more of a relaxation trip than anything else, because we had a lot of downtime in between the events, which is very different from last time. Because last time when I went to Creator and Friends, we were jam-packed full of activities. So I think they're kind of testing out how things should be and things shouldn't be. And we just had like a lot of downtime. I'm going to go into this shade right here called Deep Sea. So I feel like I got to explore, but then I didn't get to explore. But I mostly got what I wanted, which was I really just wanted to relax by the pool. I wanted to relax by the beach, and I just wanted to have a nice relaxation time, because I felt like it was just really needed for me. And I feel like I got that. I didn't get any reading done like I thought I would, but it felt so relaxing and very chill compared to New Orleans. Like, New Orleans, I was running around like crazy. I got to explore a lot, but this time I got to kind of just chill and relax, because I feel like with the town that we went to, there's only so much you can do, because the shopping centers are very, very limited. And I did not realize how many people own the private beaches over there. Like, there are so many different private beaches. We were kind of limited to where we can go and what shopping centers we can see, because everything was kind of so far and spaced out. And so it was mostly just going to be like a pool and beach day, which I was really grateful for. And it was just a lot of fun. So I feel like the last day or two, I barely vlogged, because I generally just wanted to enjoy relaxation. And I feel like I really kind of got that out of this trip, which was really, really nice. But I came back, and when I came back, like, this happened to me last time and it's happening again. But I feel like such a disconnect from my life, essentially. So I was trying to explain it to a few people that went on this trip with me, that like, it's really weird, because like, I'm me. Okay, I'm me. I am Allie Dawson. Who you guys see on here, who you guys see here is who I am. I think the only difference is that you're not physically talking back to me, but I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? But like, this is exactly who I am. I don't sugarcoat it. I show my personality. I mean, you don't get to see all of my life because I can't film 24/7, but this is what you see. But I do have a job at Disney where I work in an office, and it's just very, very weird for me, because you know, there's Allie that does YouTube, and then there's Allie that does office administration. And I told you guys about this a while ago when I started my job again, how weird it felt having like two different jobs, because they feel like such complete different worlds. Like, there are such complete different worlds. And coming back from Creator and Friends the first time, I felt such a disconnect to my everyday job. I felt like such a disconnect from my like Disney life and my coworkers and just kind of life here, and all I want to do is be a full-time content creator. And then coming back from this one, I got to learn so much because we did like a round table where we got to actually learn kind of like how to monetize on different platforms, how to really utilize your channel, and how to make money as a content creator and how to do it full time. And I feel like I learned a lot from it. But at the same time, oh, I'm sorry, I never even said what shade I'm going into. I'm so busy talking. I'm going into Moonlit Lagoon. But I feel like I took a lot away from it. And I came back and I told Corey the last thing I want to do is go back to work at Disney. Like the last thing I want to do. Like I so badly just really want to be a full-time content creator. I love creating content and I'm so excited. I'm so inspired by content. And especially because like I have been making a lot of TikToks and now I'm on Facebook. If you guys don't know, I'm on Facebook. If you guys have Facebook, follow me. I'll leave it down below. Come follow me on Facebook. I now have a Facebook and I've been posting my reels there, and I'm really trying to do this job as best I can. And because at the end of the day, I just want my family to be proud of me. I want Corey to be proud of me. And God, do I just want to be able to have a backyard for my dogs. I feel so guilty living in my apartment, having them trapped here. Granted, I take them on long walks twice a day, and then we take them to a field 3 times a week so they can really run around. But I feel so guilty as a dog parent that like I don't have a backyard for my dogs, and it kills me. And whenever I talk about it, I get emotional because I just want to provide the best life for them because they provide me the happiest joy in life and the most love, and I just want to be provided back for them. So I have been trying so hard to get me and Corey there, and it's a struggle. Like it's hard, YouTube is not where it once was. I don't get the views that I once did. I don't make the money that I once did. So it's very, very difficult. And I put a lot of pressure on Corey to provide mostly for both of us. I'm trying with my other job, but that kind of picks up all the picks up all the other bills, like the groceries, the gas, the electricity, the internet. Like that's what that job provides. And, I'm trying so hard. And, the idea of having to go back to Disney and like sit there and know that job doesn't make me happy the way that this job does, it eats at me. And there's nothing wrong with people there. The people there are amazing. And I'm grateful that I have that job because I love Disney. But there's just a part of me that I just really, really, really want to be a full-time content creator again. And I'm so inspired. And I just wish I had the ability to go back to content creation full-time. And it makes me sad that at this time I cannot, but I'm really hoping that one day I can. And you know what I mean? And I feel like just so disconnected. I feel so disconnected from that world. And the idea of having to go face all my coworkers tomorrow, because I'm going back to work tomorrow, I'm just like dreading it. Like I'm just dreading it because I'm just like, ah. And a lot of my coworkers didn't even know I was going to Creator and Friendship. A lot of them reaching out, asking me, did you go to Ulta Beauty? Did you go to Ulta Beauty World? And I'm like, no, I didn't go. I would have gone to that Ulta Beauty World, but I was at Creator and Friends event. Otherwise, I would have absolutely gone to Ulta Beauty World. Wow, I'm taking so much time talking. I haven't even done the rest of my makeup. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I would have absolutely gone to that. I know they're coming to Orlando next year, so best believe, guys, I will be at Ulta Beauty World next year. But, like, I know they're all going to be like, how is it? How is this? And, like, they're all going to be super sweet. But, like, internally, I'm just going to be, like, dying because I'm just like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to socialize. I just want to be in my little bubble at home making content where I feel the most happiest doing it. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. Okay, now we're going to go into this shade right here called Emerald Waters. Like you guys, like right here on camera, it's blue, but it actually turns purple too. It's so pretty. Like, oh my God, look at this. Look at how beautiful this shade is. Do you guys see how gorgeous this is? Oh my gosh. Love that shift. That is a beautiful multi-dimensional shade. We're going to put this right here. I will say the mattes are really pigmented. They're really pigmented. The only thing I'm not the biggest fan of is that when I rub my finger in the pan, like the shadows do, like the pan does kind of move a little bit, kind of like spins around. It's something I have noticed. But other than that, the mattes are performing beautifully, like absolutely beautifully. And this multi-chrome, oh, this is beautiful. Do you guys see how it shifts? Like, do you see that purple blue moment? It is so pretty? Like, look at that right there. Oh, wow. That shift is stunning. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, then I'm going to go into this shade right here called Mystic Haze. This right here, it feels so creamy. It's so pretty. Like, again, another beautiful, beautiful shift to this shade. Ah, I love that. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this look. We're going to probably throw on some black eyeliner to kind of match with my false lashes. And we're going to come back to do the rest of the face. So far, the only shade I haven't used is this shade right here called Shimmering Scales. This is another gorgeous, gorgeous shade. This is like a white, blue, teal, purple shade. Do you see how gorgeous that is? That's actually going to be used as an inner corner today for inner corner and brow bone. And that'll be inner corner and brow bone. But so far, this palette is beautiful. This palette's beautiful. Like, I'm loving the way the formula is laying down. And so far, I'm very happy that I got it because it's so stunning. And this is how the first one's going to be. I could only imagine like what chapter 2 would be like. So let me go ahead and clean this up, throw on some lashes. We're going to come back to do the rest of the face. So for primer, I wouldn't necessarily say this is a primer. We're going to use it anyway. Murad sent over some new moisturizers, but this is going to be the Murad Super Active Moisturizer SPF 50 with mattifying oil plus pore control with shine control plus precision delivery salicylic acid. This is a sunscreen. I told you guys I don't do sunscreen under makeup because it always peels and always lifts. It always pills and always lifts, and it just always breaks apart my makeup. But this is specifically designed to wear in the morning under makeup. So we're gonna go in with this first, and then I'll probably put on a little bit of primer on top of that. But did I just break it? Did I just break it? Wait, did I just break it? Hold up. Hold up. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is supposed to be an oil control mattifying moisturizer SPF. So we're going to see if it actually does that because you guys know that I have really large pores. I do get really, really oily, and I just want to know how this is going to fare on my skin, and is it going to hold up under my makeup? And I cannot get this out. What? How does... Oh my God, it's a pump. Jeez. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply this moisturizer sunscreen. I love the fact that we created something for oily skin and large pores. That gets me so excited. Okay, so for primer, I'm just gonna go in the Milk Makeup Pore Clipping Primer. If you guys hear a vacuum, that's my upstairs neighbor vacuuming. It is what it is. Like, you know, they're allowed to vacuum, so I do apologize for the noise, but apartment life. Okay, so we're just going to quickly just put this all over the face. I don't have a new foundation, so I just kind of grabbed an older foundation that I haven't dipped into in a hot minute that I just really want to play with. And that is going to be the Chanel No. 1 foundation. I love this foundation. I think it's fantastic. I'm kind of mad at myself for not using it a lot sooner. I did get it in a mystery box that I got from Poshmark, and I really enjoy this foundation. So we're just going to quickly put this all over the face before we move on to the rest. Okay, so for bronzer, I have the brand new Morphe. This is the Sudden Heat Creamy Bronzer Stick. This is going to be an ultra creamy bronzer that goes on smoothly and matte and melts seamlessly. It's supposed to have a soft matte undertone that complements hues, adding natural warmth and dimension, and it's in 5 richly pigmented shades that won't cake, crease, or fade, and it's supposed to be super long lasting. So I'm going to go ahead and like give away quite a few of these shades right here because they're going to be too deep for me, but I'm going to go into the shade right here called Flicker. I've really been enjoying Morphe products lately. They've been working out so nicely, so let's hope that this is going to be the same. So this is how it's going to look, and it looks like so. Let's hope this works. Okay, it's gliding on nicely. Okay, so this is literally melting into the skin so seamlessly, like so seamlessly. Like it's literally just melting. It's giving a soft bronze glow. I kind of expected that only because last year they released their sun drops, which I told you guys how much I loved. And so I'm not surprised to see that these are melting straight into the skin. It's looking really beautiful. Like, I feel like I could probably add a little bit more if I wanted to, just like a tiny bit to kind of like add just a little bit more dimension. But I am going to be playing with the new Hoola bronzer. So, I mean, like, I feel like I don't have to do too much. But so far, this is really nice. Okay, so for cream blush, I have a new product from Milk Makeup. And it's going to be their new Cooling Water Jelly Tint in Febreze. This is a new pH adapting technology for color that's unique to you. So this says that this is going to be a pH adapted bubbles that reacts to your unique pH for a long lasting custom pink color. It has vegan collagen that helps improve elasticity and visibly firm skin. It has aloe that smooths and refreshes skin, and it has seawater which helps to hydrate skin and gives a refreshing cooling effect. So it says how to use: gently twist off the protective cap to remove it and discard. For cheeks, swipe brush over stick 1 to 2 times, then gently blend onto one side at a time and dab directly into the lips. Color goes on sheer and takes up to 2 minutes for it to fully develop into a brighter, bolder hue that continues to transform with your pH throughout the day. Ooh, interesting. Okay, now for me, I never really like products like this because ultimately, for some reason, it turns into a bright pink. A bright pink. I don't like bright pink cheeks on me. It's just not a look. But we're trying this. And I also did one to share, so definitely I'm going to be passing this along as well. But I am excited. So the brush is right here, and the Milk Makeup Base right here. I'm excited. Okay, so here is the Milk Makeup Jelly Tint. We're going to push this up, twist that off. So this is how it's going to look. All right, so I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. This is how it looks. It does go on clear, but I want to see what it's going to transform itself into. I'm hoping like a peachy coral. My color. It's giving my color. Please don't disappoint me. Please don't disappoint. Okay, we're just dabbing it on, and then we're just going to wait for 2 minutes to see how it transforms to my natural pH. But so far, this is a really pretty color. Please don't change from here because this is what we're going for. She's definitely transforming. She's getting a little pinker by the minute. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes and this is what it's changing into. Definitely on the bright corally side. Pretty bright. I will definitely tone this down. This is not a blush color I would normally go for. I like a good peachy. Give me this. This is what I'm looking for. This is a little intense, so we're definitely going to tone that down. But I guess this is what my natural pH color is. It's going to be different on every single person depending on their pH level, depending on their pH and their undertones. I like that it's color changing, so it's a little bit more suitable for you. Not suitable for me, but it's fun nonetheless. Oh, she's intense. Oh, Milk Makeup, you weren't playing. She's a little intense there, isn't she? I look like the damn Annabelle doll. Oh. We're going to have to just clean you up a little bit because ain't no way I'm going to let you be this bright and intense. Oh, gosh. Okay, nothing a little setting powder can't fix. Okay, so for concealer, I have the brand new IT Cosmetics. This is the Do It All Radiant Concealer plus Multivitamin Serum. They did send this to me in PR. And this says that this is going to be a crease resistant radiance under eye concealer with no creasing. This is going to be instantly smoothing for that smooth away imperfections for natural corrective glow. And this is a multivitamin serum that's a skincare infused formula with a vitamin B3, B5, and E for plumped skin and 24-hour hydration. And you can pair it with the new Airbrush Angled Concealer Brush for an effortless blending and adds a touch of sun-kissed color with sun blush. Okay, so I have the shade Light Neutral 210 and Light Medium Worn 225. I wish I had a chance to pick out the concealer because this might actually match with my foundation, but we're going to try this nonetheless. Okay, so first off, I noticed that this is a brush where the concealer is going to come out of. I personally am not a fan of these type of components because I feel like they just get super messy. They leak everywhere, and I don't like these type of products. So I kind of wish they would have not done it this way, but we'll try it out. Okay, so this is how it looks. It took me forever to twist it. Not the biggest fan, but let's see how it works. All right, I'm trying it with the new 148 angled contour brush they sent over. Okay, so this is how the makeup is looking right now. As you guys can see, the blush is really intense. It stained my freaking foundation. Oh my god, it stained my freaking puff. It stained my sponge, so that's good to know. I will say the concealer is looking nice. It doesn't really do too much to brighten. I feel like you can still see my fine lines. It does feel like it's hydrating. I don't really notice a difference between this and other concealers out there, but I'm just curious to see how it's going to sit in the fine lines. Is it going to cause any creasing? How's the powder going to sit? So I'm going to throw in some setting powder. I'll be right on back. So I put that setting powder on, and I just went in with the Infallible Blurfaction right here. And let me set the face actually. Do you notice how strong that blush is? Oh, she's strong. I might even try powder blush today. I might not even need it. Okay, so for powder bronzer, I do the new Benefit Hula Wave Bronzer. They did send this to me PR. I had the shade Original. I almost bought this during the Sephora sale, but I told you guys there was a chance they might send it, and they did. So this is how it looks. Why does it have a little bit of shininess to it? Okay, well, you know, let's just add to the madness on my face. I also realized this is going to be a very long video. I am so sorry. This is going to be such a long video, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Well, it's my Friday video, so I won't be posting again until new makeup releases. So I hope you guys enjoy your Friday video. I'm going to hate editing this because of how long it's going to be, and I'm going to be cursing at myself, being like, damn it, Allie, you talk so much. So editing Allie, I'm so sorry. Editing Allie here. I look great, right? Yeah, I've been up since 5 a.m. It's currently 8 p.m. on a Friday night before you guys see this. Yeah. I got back from work and then I had a film. Now I'm editing. I'm so happy at myself for just rambling on like I did. The bronzer has just a little bit of luminosity to it, so it has a little bit of shine, but it is really pretty. I feel like you really can't tell too much though because the blush is actually really strong. So I was going to go in with the new Unearthly blush right here. I did get this during the Creator and Friends event, but I'm going to save that for another video because there's just no way. Like this blush right here is just so intense. There's just no way I'm going to be able to put another blush on top of it. So that's actually really good to know. If you guys wanted to, it's actually really good to know that this blush, it's super pretty. It is very, very pigmented. Like it's still in the back of my hand and I wiped my hand off and it's still there. So it's really pigmented. So it's good to know. And for highlighter, I'm just going to go into the Dior Luminizer right here. I really, 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 really like this highlight a lot. Just going to quickly throw this on. It's such a beautiful highlight. I did not have high hope for this when I first got it. I was like, oh gosh, I think I waste my money, but it's so pretty. The Benefit Brow Setter right here. I'm just going to take the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Gel just to quickly set the brows. We're going to finish off the eyes, and then I'm going to quickly throw on my lips. That's pretty much going to wrap up this video. So to finish off the eyes, we're going to go back into this palette. I'm going to take this, I'm going to pretty much do what I did on my top eye on the bottom. So I'm going to go on this eye right here with this shade and blend it out with these two shades. So I feel like it's going to be super, super pretty. Very, very light-handed. So I'm just going to quickly go in with this. I feel like I filmed the beginning of this video like hours ago because it's taking me so long to get through this. Because while I'm filming this, I'm also filming TikToks at the same time. Because like I said, I'm really trying to be a full-time content creator. So I'm trying my hardest to film as much content as possible. So like I'm doing like little mini reviews of like the concealer, the bronzer, and like the blush for TikTok and like Facebook and like Instagram. So if you ever see like a little peek of a phone and stuff like that, just know it's because I am trying to create multiple content here. And on this eye, we're going to go in with that blue. We're going to blend it out with this shade one more time. I won't stop watering. I did find a lash in there, but for some reason it's just watering like crazy. But for this eye, I did go in with like a little light yellow eyeliner, and then for this eye I went with like an aqua blue to kind of bring it all together. So to finish off the eye look, we're gonna go into this palette one more time, and I'm just gonna take this beautiful shade right here called Shimmering Scales, and we're gonna put that in the inner corner for both, along with the brow bone, because I feel like this is just gonna be so pretty to put that right there on both sides. Like it's gonna be so beautiful. So we're gonna take this. Oh my gosh, look at that color, guys. That is stunning. I'm going to go into the Perfect Beige Lips from Sephora. This is the Sephora lip liner. We're going to line my lips. And then we're going to go in with the Softy Lip from ABH. This is a beautiful lip velvet. And then I'm going to go in with the Samantha Marsh collab with Ophir Cosmetics. I'm going to go into the shade right here called Chapter 02 26 25. We're going to go in with this to go right on top because I feel like it's going to be so pretty to complement it right on top. Yes. That's gorgeous. That's going to pretty much complete the full face of Titania makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys out. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on these products. Okay, guys. So this is the final look right here. First off, I think my makeup looks so beautiful. I love how everything tied up together. So we're going to kind of kick it off and just kind of going over every individual. We're going to kind of kick it off with going over my makeup. So first off, we do the Murad. This is going to be the oil control and pore. This would be the mattifying oil and pore control moisturizer with SPF 50. Honestly, I'm going to keep testing this out. First impressions, I will say it just reminds me of a nice sunscreen, but we're going to really kind of test this out. I think for me, the biggest test is going to be wearing it on a day where I'm not having any makeup on and really seeing how it's going to control the oil, kind of on a day that I'm going to be outside all day to really see if it helps to, prevent me from getting sunburn. And is it going to control the shine and minimize the appearance of my pores? We're really going to test this out. But first impressions, I do like it. I did not notice my foundation peeling, separating, or anything like that yet. But we'll see kind of how it holds up throughout the day. The concealer. I do like the concealer brush from Morphe. This is a really nice brush. But for me, the Do It All Radiant Concealer, I liked the concept of this. It does go on very hydrating. It doesn't, separate. It doesn't like accentuate my fine lines or anything like that underneath the eye. I don't like the way that you have to apply it. I'm just not a big fan of this type of packaging because it gets super messy. It can definitely leak. Not my personal forte when it comes to packaging, but I think it's nice. I'm going to keep trying it out. Is it wowing? No. Is it super brightening? No. But it does go off, but it does blend out really nicely. It does feel hydrating. I'm not really noticing any sort of plumpiness to the skin. I just like how it looked. So I'm going to keep testing this out, but first impressions, it's okay, but not the most wowing thing. Next, we do have the bronzer stick from Morphe. Oh my God, I love this. This literally melts into the skin. It reminds me so much of the Bare Beauty stick. This is fantastic, but I'm also not surprised because at the end of the day, Morphe's been making some really good products. So for me, this is a definite must. I really am enjoying that. Just like I'm enjoying the Hula Wave. This just went on so seamlessly. It has a little bit of a shine to it, but it just like melts into the skin. It just really complements the bronzer that I had underneath it. I really am enjoying this. I'm gonna keep playing with this. The Milk Makeup jelly tint, pH jelly tint. Honestly, at first it was super scary because it was so pigmented, but now that I was able to tone it down by going in with the bronzer and a setting powder, it actually looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Normally whenever I go in with a jelly tint like this, I always put on powder blush right on top of it. I didn't have to do that with this. It's so pigmented. I did not have to put on powder blush. It is just shining through and it's giving my natural blush I think complements my skin tone. So for me, this is a yes. It's very unique, but this is a yes. I'm going to keep playing with this. This little brush is super cute. Then we do have like the Samantha March lip kit right here. Lip gloss, beautiful, not surprised. But I think for me, the star of the show is going to be from Question Beauty. I love this palette. Like first off, look at how beautiful the eyes are. The eyes are stunning. It's so hard to tell right here, but you can really see that multi-chrome shift with that shade. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. These are really pigmented shades. You don't need to lay down any sort of glitter glue. I mean, like you can, but it definitely was not necessary. I love how it looks. I absolutely love this. I cannot wait to see what they create for chapter 2. I love the fact that you can take off the lid and use this as like a mixing base if you wish to do so. Shadows are really beautiful. It really does tell a story, and I just think this is so pretty. And it's my first time ever trying this brand. I know a lot of you guys asked me what your thought. I know a lot of you guys asked me if it's worth it. For me, I love it. I think this is such a beautiful look between the ocean and the land. This is stunning. So I think for me, everything I tried actually worked out quite nice, but obviously I'm going to follow up with a repurchase or trash that you guys will see in May for these items. I do have a follow-up from March and April coming up later this week or early next week, but you guys will see these items featured in the May version. But yeah, everything I tried so far, I really did enjoy. So with that said, I'm sorry this video is super long. I'm sorry I talked way too long, but I talk a lot. I just wanted to tell you guys how my trip was. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for the Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.